If you spend your winters somewhere warm and your summers here in Minnesota, this one is for you. Hi, I'm Rebecca Bell from RB Legal. Today we're talking about what snowbirds need to know when it comes to owning property in more than one state and how to keep things simple for the people you love. Here's something I see a lot. Someone has a home here in St. Louis, a place down in Arizona or Florida, and maybe a cabin up north that's been in the family for years. Three properties, three sets of rules. And the challenge is this: if those properties are titled in your individual name when you pass away, your family may end up going through probate in more than one state. That means more time, more expense, and more paperwork for them at an already hard moment. The most effective tool for avoiding that is usually a revocable living trust. When your properties are transferred into the trust, your successor trustee can manage and distribute them without court involvement in either state. One plan instead of two separate probate proceedings. The important thing to understand is that funding the trust is what makes it work. Signing the document isn't enough. Each property needs a new deed, prepared and recorded correctly in the state where that property sits. Now, let's talk about domicile, because this one matters more in Minnesota than people expect. Your legal residence affects your income taxes and your estate taxes. And Minnesota has its own estate tax with an exemption well below the federal one. So whether you're considered a Minnesota resident can have a real financial impact on your estate. If you're planning to change your domicile, be consistent about it. Voter registration, driver's license, tax filings, where you receive your MEL. Minnesota does look closely at these situations, so the details matter. And here's something worth knowing. Even if you move your domicile out of state, Minnesota can still tax real property located here. So that cabin doesn't just disappear from the picture. You'll also want to make sure your documents are recognized in both states: your will, your power of attorney, and your healthcare directive. Minnesota has its own requirements, and what's valid in one state may not work the way you expect in another. Finally, take a look at how your property is titled. Joint ownership and survivorship rules vary from state to state, and that affects how everything transfers. This is where planning matters. A little coordination now saves your family a great deal later. If you're a Minnesota snowbird and you'd like help simplifying all of this, we'd be delighted to help you at rblegalmn.com. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and drop your questions in the comments. Bye-bye.